Trot. Your support for the Miles Hall Foundation is a great demonstration of the type of community response we need to improve mental health care access across our entire country. I also want to give a special thank you to Tawn Hall for her tireless advocacy to ensure that 988 truly transforms the way mental health crises are treated in America. As all of you know, 988 is more than just a number. It is a lifeline connecting those in crisis with someone to call, someone to come, and somewhere to go. We all know someone who struggles with their mental health. All across our country, people are hurting. And in far too many situations, when an individual is experiencing a mental health crisis, it is law enforcement that shows up to respond. We cannot accept this as the status quo, not when we know that Americans with untreated mental health illness are 16 times more likely to be killed by law enforcement. Tragically, Miles Hall was one of those people. Miles Hall was failed by a system that was ill-equipped to respond to the type of crisis he was experiencing. And I can't help but think that he might still be here today if we had mental health professionals caring for him in his moment of crisis. The 988 crisis continuum of care envisions a world where no families have to suffer like the Hall family has. And it is thanks in part to the work of the Miles Hall Foundation that we have already seen huge victories across not just our state, but the entire country. Just a couple of months ago, Governor Gavin Newsom signed AB 988 into law. This legislation, championed by Assemblymember Rebecca Bauer-Cahan, will be instrumental to getting people in crisis the help that they need. Among other things, this bill will ensure there is a continuous funding stream for local call centers and 24/7 mobile crisis response. All Californians will benefit from Assemblymember Bauer-Cahan's legislation, and I am so grateful for her work at the state level to ensure that 988 is a success in California. At the federal level, the House has passed several provisions that I am proud to have championed. This includes funds for the Behavioral Health Crisis Coordinating Office within SAMHSA, the establishment of a crisis response pilot program, funds for community mental health service block grants, including for crisis care, and an expansion of the Minority Fellowship Program to include those in the fields of crisis care management. But Congress must do more. My bill, the 988 Implementation Act, will build out every facet of the crisis care continuum. This includes continued funding for the 988 Lifeline, as well as community-based crisis response, including call centers, mobile crisis teams, and crisis centers, and training and scholarship opportunities for crisis care workers. Among other things, my bill would also institute requirements that all health insurance plans cover crisis services. I will continue to advance legislation that will build and fund this infrastructure, and together we can ensure that 988 works for everyone, no matter where they live, what language they speak, or what their background is. I want to thank you all once again for envisioning a better future and for joining me in the fight to make it a reality. Thank you so much.